Have you been doing Amazon Relay for a while and you've been taking loads that are, 250, 300, 350, 400 and you want to know how to make more money? Well, and today we need to talk about something. We need to talk about what everybody that runs for Amazon Relay needs to do in order to get more money. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be booking loads. You should let Amazon book them for you automatically with Post-a-Truck, and then you can set your own rate. I don't know about you, but I became a business owner because I wanted to basically say what I wanted to make. I didn't want to work an hourly job and, be like, oh, I'm going to make $200 a day because that's what my hourly rate is at 8 hours. I wanted to be like, I need at least $500. Okay. That's what Post-a-Truck is. You guys need to stop taking, and I'm going to get, kind of blunt with you. Let me turn on my webcam. I did just wake up, so bear with me. I want to be very blunt. You need to stop taking these loads for Amazon. Okay. Now, this first one on the list right here, I am in Kentucky, and I do run out of Hebron. Now, with my filter set, these are the ones that are showing up for me, but there's also some down here. And if you noticed, they're around $400, but a lot of the times I notice that they're usually around the $300 mark. Like this is $250 plus $34 fuel. Stop taking these routes. Just stop it. Okay? I have seen Amazon's rates fall drastically over the past 2 weeks. And you're like, why is that my problem? So if you book this right here, so they've had this posted for a few days, but when they first post loads, they post them at the rate that is basically their bottom line that they can possibly, the lowest they can possibly pay you. Okay, they will pay more for the same route. They will, if nobody books it. So what's that mean, Amazon Relay drivers? Stop booking loads, okay? You need to be utilizing Post-a-Truck. Now, I know there's a little bit of, I don't like being told, where to go, what to do, okay? But, the difference between booking this right here for $400 for $393.98, let me get my point across. If I posted my Post-a-Truck order, which I have one open, and I've had to lower it to $500 because everybody is booking loads for close to their bottom payout. And you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Stop doing that. You're like, oh, it's $300. Ooh, that's a lot. No, it's not. Not after diesel. Okay? Me, if I took a $300 load, I'd make about $150, $180 after diesel maintenance and all that stuff. It's not, and deadhead, it's not a lot at all. Quit taking them, man. Put your payouts to $450, $500. I've had my payout at $650 before, and I got a load that night. Okay, I need to get that across to you. I had my payouts at around $575, every single one of them, and I was getting loads every night. Maybe I'd get one every night, and then Wednesday night it would slow down, so then I wouldn't get one, but then I would just lower it, $50, and then I would get one. Stop booking cheap freight. Stop it. This is the problem. Stop it. Okay? Everybody's upset that Amazon doesn't pay a lot. Well, that's why. Because you guys are booking loads for the lowest they're willing to pay. So then what do? They're like, I wonder if they'll do it for cheaper than that. Boop, 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 boop. Lower and lower and lower and lower and lower they go. Because you guys are booking the loads. God. So take a look here. So my Post-a-Truck, it already has two similar matches. But I don't run out of Laverne, so I won't be getting those. But if I set it to $480, I do have a higher chance of getting one, but that's less money. I would like to get around $550, but I've had to, again, lower my rates because you guys are booking loads for $350, $400. It's just, if you're a business owner, you want to make the most amount of money you can, okay? And, I know I'm a younger guy and everything, but, I know how this technology works. And when they put out, I've sold on Amazon FBA before, okay? Amazon when you book these cheap freight loads, think about how much money they're keeping. Everybody's, Amazon's making so much money. They barely pay anything. They will pay more. Trust me. If they want that freight moved, they'll pay it, okay? Everybody stops booking cheap freight. Guess what's going to happen to that freight? It's going to go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Eventually, this is just like, I don't know, I've seen a story about like drivers that were driving for Uber. They all didn't accept a single run. They all went to this parking lot. They had a Facebook group in one city. They went to this parking lot and they sat there, and he was like, decline everything, hold, be patient. And they kept going up in the price, and they was making a bank. Guess what happens if you do this here? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with any load board. It isn't just Amazon. You don't book the cheap freight, guess what happens to the freight number? It goes up. So I don't know about you, but I would like to make about $600-700 a night. It's doable. I've made my highest run that I've done for Amazon has been $676 and like 40 something cents. They'll pay it. Trust me, they will. Okay. I just wanted to point this out across. Now, if you've never used Poster Truck, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what I do, okay? Put it at Lexington because Hebron is like 104 miles or something like that. And the max you can put is 100 miles. So make sure your origin is within the radius of a fulfillment center that does a lot of box truck loads. I do exclude a certain city that I know is a bad city to go to because I used to run for USPS, and this was the first city that I got trained on. It's a very tight turn. It's very hard to back up to the dock. So I just exclude it. Now, let's say I wanted to load for tonight. I would put 12 or 10-12. I would start it at about 11, 10, 9, about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put tomorrow because this is how long that you're willing to work till. So then I'm going to put this at about we'll put about 10:30. Let's put 10:30 because if they give you a route, they'll only assign it if you have enough time to complete it, and sometimes those routes say it'll last till like 9 o'clock, but they never do. Last night mine said I was going to be home by 8:45, or I was going to be done with the route by 8:45, but I actually got done and I was home by 6 o'clock and I was in bed asleep. Okay, don't pay attention to these times, but this is what you got to do for the system. I don't put any miles, min or max. I do required 26 foot. This is if you got a 26 foot box truck. This is probably, it'll work if you got a 53 footer. They'll pay the extra money, okay? I go solo. I put my name. I don't do price per mile, okay? You do payout minimum, okay? Now, if everybody did this, okay, you could put 600 here. If everybody if you don't book that cheap freight, they will pay this. And some of you are like, what? Okay, let's say we start doing that and they start paying, $3 a mile every single one. And you're like, wait, now I can just book them. No. Up that price, baby. Make more. $6.50. And you're probably like, well, that's greedy. No. To make my box truck run, I need to be making, if I did by hourly, probably about 150 an hour to keep that thing running and make a profit. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So payout, you just keep raising it. And when it gets more closer to time, if you need a run, that night, okay, lower it $50. Lower $50. Every hour, lower it $50. Like right now, I'm down to 500. That's usually what I'm getting loads for now. Lowered a little bit. It's fine. Last night I seen a load while I was doing a load for $484. They posted a load on the load board as I was leaving the fulfillment center for $628. I'm like, I could have used that $628. But guess what? Somebody else got it because nobody had a poster truck for it. And I had mine set at $480. So guess what I did? I upped it to $500. They will pay the money. Now, stem time, I like to have at least this. Stem time is the minimum amount of time it takes you to get to the fulfillment center, and this is a very important thing. I don't see anybody talking about this at all. And I want to make this an important point. Stem time is the amount of time it takes you to get to a fulfillment center. You will never be late as long as this setting right here is set to the appropriate time. Okay? If you're 30 minutes away, 30 minutes. If you want an hour, put an hour. I put hour 30. Why? Because I like to know and get ready and go pre-trip and all that good stuff. I like to make sure my truck's good and ready. Okay? I'll leave my stops at any because I really don't care. It takes each stop's 10 minutes max for me. Actually, well, now it's more like 5 to 7. I'm getting so fast at it, man. I just whip that thing in there, whether the doors are locked or not. That's another thing I've been noticing. Nobody will leave stuff on the dock. Your only obligation is to drive the freight there, scan each barcode, put the freight at the location, and leave. Okay? I know it has a time on there and everything, but you're not obligated to wait for the postmaster. You're not obligated to wait for nobody. Your job is to move freight. Okay? Get done as soon as you can. Don't be waiting on people. If you can put that thing on the dock or in the pod, if you know the combination, leave it. Get out of there. Okay? I'm getting tired of, I see him. I pulled up next to a guy. They had 2 spots, and he was waiting. He wasn't the owner. I told him, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, they'll be here in about, 45 minutes. I was like, they get here about 3:30. I said, but I'm owner-operator, and your owner may have told you to never leave it on the dock. But I'm going to be honest with you. And that's fine with them. I said, but I'm owner-op. Amazon doesn't care. If you're late for the next drop because you decided to wait on the people to get to the post office, and they don't, and you're scheduled to drop off at 2:30, 2 o'clock, I was like, they don't care, and you'll get less routes, okay? And I was like, I know you're not in charge of it, but I'm like, it will affect you because you won't be making money. Okay, I made a mistake. I put round trip. To do box truck, you do have to do one ways. So I'm going to go ahead and put the usual that I put. The 2 cities I like to stay around are Corbin, Brea, and Lancaster. So I have set my price at $600. This is a Saturday night, so I want to make more than what I normally make during the week, obviously. So I always put my Saturday nights at more. Sunday nights are actually Monday, so this is a kind of a Sunday run if you do it by time wise. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Boom. And it says, over the past 6 weeks, 40 trips would have matched your criteria. Now, it'll show you this, but this number doesn't matter at all. If everybody quit booking this cheap freaking freight, okay, if everybody quit booking that cheap freight, this number is going to go, okay. Now, I'm not trying to, get loads over anybody. But here's the thing. You guys are lowering the price on freight. Once they see that everybody quits booking this cheap freight right here, let me look. Now, 400 isn't bad by no means, but just quit taking it, man. Quit taking it. Make them pay more. Like this right here. Whoever books at $284, how do you operate? How do you stay profitable? I mean, you're probably profitable, but not by much. Wouldn't you rather make $600 in a day? Isn't that the whole reason we become business owners, is to make more than you would hourly? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole reason I became a business owner and the whole reason I stay massively profitable is because I don't book this cheap stuff. Like $400 is still cheap, $2.31 a mile. I might as well go drive a semi and do over the road. I mean, that's really all I've got, though. I am tired. I did just wake up. I'm going to go make some breakfast and get ready for the day. I did a run last night and everything, and I did it for the cheapest I've ever done it at $480 because everybody's booking cheap freight. No, I'm just tired of it, man. There needs to be a video made. And explain how the system works. And if you guys quit booking this trash, then they're going to pay more, okay? And that's what it is. It's crumbs out of Amazon's pocket, okay? Okay, $400 is nothing to them. $500 is nothing to them. What they make, the amount of money that you have on a single pallet that you put in your truck is probably way more than what you're making for that run. I need you to understand. So if you're doing 4 pallets of stop for 3 stops, just imagine. Okay, they can pay you. They can pay you. Don't worry, they will. But that's it for me. I'm going to see you guys next time, and good luck out there. Please heed this advice. It is very important. It's very important. See you guys.